Welcome to the Namibia Oil and Gas podcast, your weekly gateway to the latest news and developments shaping Namibia's dynamic oil and gas sector. And I'm Tanil Kokoses.
And I'm Kobus Taser.
With the latest news, updates, and insights from the Namibia oil and gas industry.
This week's top headlines. Petrobras eyes African oil assets.
Rhino Resources completes first well in PEL 85.
NAMCOR confirms successful completion of Sagittarius 1X well.
Galp's billion-dollar investment in Namibia.
Hyphen hosts local content engagement events.
Namibia's oil and gas industry is evolving. Are you ready to lead the way? RD Namibia Energy Consultancy is your trusted partner in natural resources media management, data analytics, and stakeholder engagement. We're building a first-of-its-kind resource hub, shaping the future with cutting-edge digital assets. Whether you're a local enterprise or an international investor, now is the time to connect. Partner with RD and navigate Namibia's energy sector with confidence. Visit www.namibiaoilandgas.com today.
We start with major news from Brazil, where state-owned energy giant Petrobras is setting its sights on African oil assets to bolster its reserves. The company is looking to invest in oil assets across Angola, Namibia and South Africa as it anticipates a drop in output after 2030. Silvia dos Anjos, Petrobras' Director for Exploration and Production, confirmed the company is in talks with global players like ExxonMobil, Shell and Total Energies to acquire stakes in their African ventures. According to dos Anjos, it makes economic sense given that these companies are already Petrobras' partners in Brazil. Petrobras currently produces 2.8 million barrels per day, with plans to push this to 3.1 million barrels by 2029. Despite global oil price fluctuations, Petrobras is confident as its projects remain viable at prices as low as $45 per barrel. With its proven reserves rising to 11.4 billion barrels of oil equivalent in 2024, up from 10.9 billion in 2023, Petrobras is gearing up for strategic expansion, one that could shape the future of oil exploration in Namibia.
Next, Rhino Resources has successfully drilled its first exploration well on PEL 85. The Sagittarius 1X well, spudded on 18th December 2024, reached total depth on 6 February 2025 using the Noble Ventura drillship. It penetrated Upper Cretaceous targets and encountered a hydrocarbon reservoir with no water contact, an encouraging sign for further oil discoveries. Through detailed wireline logging operations, Rhino Resources collected hydrocarbon samples and sidewall cores, with laboratory tests now set to confirm the fluid and reservoir properties. CEO Travis Smithardt expressed satisfaction with the initial results, stating that while the discovery is promising, further assessment is required. Attention now shifts to Capricornus 1X well, expected to spud within 24 hours. The second target in the drilling program will test a different geological fairway, with drilling estimated to take 47 days.
The National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia, NAMCOR, has officially confirmed the completion of drilling operations on the Sagittarius 1X well. The well, located in Block 2914 within the Orange Basin, encountered a hydrocarbon-bearing formation with no water contact, reinforcing Namibia's potential as an emerging oil producer. NAMCOR's executive for upstream exploration, Victoria Sabia, highlighted the significance of this milestone, noting that it further strengthens the country's position in the Orange Basin. With the drillship now moving to the Capricornus 1X well, the industry eagerly awaits further results that could solidify Namibia's role in Africa's growing oil and gas sector. Mr. Paulo Coelho, the Marketing, Communications and Public Relations Manager at NAMCOR, underscored the significance of this milestone.
The National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia, NAMCOR, along with its JV partners Rhino Resources, would like to announce the completion of the Sagittarius 1X drilling in PEL 85 offshore Namibia in the Orange Basin. The drilling commenced on the 18th of December and reached a total depth on the 6th of February, and we targeted some reservoirs and encountered hydrocarbon-bearing formations with no observed water contact. This is actually very good news, and the successful drilling of the Sagittarius 1X marks a significant step for Namibia's upstream sector, further strengthening the country's position in the Orange Basin and on the global scale. The presence of hydrocarbons is an encouraging indicator of the basin's potential, and we look forward to collaborating with our joint venture partners to fully access the results of this well. NAMCOR remains committed to working alongside our partners to advance Namibia's energy exploration efforts while contributing to the country's energy security and overall economic development.
Galp has significantly increased its spending in Namibia, reaching 7.2 billion Namibian dollars in just the fourth quarter of 2024. This nearly doubled its expenditure from the first 9 months of the year, showing a growing commitment to upstream projects in the Orange Basin. Galp holds an 80% stake in PEL 83, a vast 10,000 square kilometer block in Namibian waters. A recent report revealed that Galp has invested 500 million euros in upstream projects spanning Namibia and Brazil, alongside industry low-carbon initiatives. Additionally, the company spent over 1.2 billion euros on exploration and appraisal campaigns. However, despite these investments, Galp's EBITDA dropped year-on-year due to lower production and increased exploration costs in both Brazil and Namibia. Still, these figures indicate a strong push towards solidifying Galp's footprint in Namibia's oil and gas landscape.
Hyphen Hydrogen Energy, in collaboration with the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board, the NIPDB, and the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, NCCI, is launching a series of local content engagement events across the country. These roadshow-style events will give local businesses a chance to connect with Hyphen and explore opportunities to participate in Namibia's groundbreaking green hydrogen project. The first stop is Swakopmund on February 27, 2025. Followed by events in other key locations. As Namibia positions itself at the forefront of Africa's energy transition, these engagements will ensure that Namibian companies are actively involved in the development and benefits of the green hydrogen economy.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Namibia Oil and Gas podcast. I am Taniel Kokoses.
And I'm Kobus Taser.
If you would like to contribute with news and information, please contact us at info@namibiaoilandgas.com. For more news, information, resources, and updates of the week, visit www.namibiaoilandgas.com. Join us next time as we continue to explore the top stories driving Namibia's energy future.